This is the best preserved head and face from prehistory in the whole world, even today.
This is a tomb that doesn't let the dead rest, but rather preserves them. What if I told you that beneath Europe's peat bogs lie faces from 2 millennia ago, so perfectly preserved you feel you could wake them? They are the Bog Bodies, the Tollund Man and the Grauballe Man from Iron Age Denmark.
When you look at Tollund Man, it is as if 2,400 years of age is not between us, and it's like meeting a person from today. He looks as if asleep, and he has this very, very calm expression on his face. Tollund Man was between 30 and 40 years of age. We don't know his role. We don't know whether he was like a chieftain or a priest or maybe a slave or something like that. He was clearly prepared for this moment. He was shaven, he had last meal. We see this horrible news around.
Their discovery bridges archaeology and a chilling ancient mystery, offering a detailed look into life and violent death in 400 BC. In 1950, 2 brothers cutting peat stumbled upon a body so eerily intact, they called the police, mistaking it for a recent murder. But this was no modern crime. The acidic, oxygen-free conditions of the bog, a natural process of cold temperature and tanning agents, had naturally mummified the soft tissue. It was preservation, not decomposition. The Tollund Man was found.
We did a lot of preparation for scanning Tollund Man.
I see some details here at the bottom. Maybe you can find that.
We scanned the entire head, but we also focused on his teeth and the vertebrae in the neck.
We were very curious to see what the newest technology in the CT scans, what they could show us about Tollund Man. We were very curious about the neck region. Can you see that he had been hanged? There had been other theories as well about asphyxiation that would make slightly different traces.
2 years later, the Grauballe Man followed. Their secrets were ready to be told. The Tollund Man, 405 to 380 BC, was found lying in a fetal position with a braided leather noose pulled tight around his neck. Forensic analysis confirmed he died by hanging, yet his expression remains one of total calm. His last meal, a porridge of barley, flax, and weed seeds, lacking meat, suggests a ritualistic diet. The consensus is that the Tollund Man was a ritual sacrifice.
Grauballe Man is what we call a bog body. It's a body from the Iron Age that has been lowered in the bog, and he has been laying there more than 2,000 years before he saw daylight again. And he is indeed very well preserved. His skin, his bones, his muscles, his tendons, even his hair is still there. It was the 26th of April 1952. They were digging turf for heating the houses. Tage was his name, the man who found him. He saw his head, the head of an old man with this wild red hair. It was not until 5 days after he was found that they were turning him around and saw this big, terrible wound in his throat.
Iron Age people viewed the bogs as sacred, a portal to the gods. He was not buried, he was gently laid down as an ultimate offering, perhaps to ensure fertility. Just 10 miles away, the Grauballe Man, around 290 BC, presents a much more brutal picture. He was found naked, and his cause of death was unmistakable. His throat had been slashed from ear to ear. This was a violent, ritualized act. Though initially thought to have suffered a blow to the head, modern CT scanning proved that fracture was caused by the immense crushing pressure of the peat itself.
The early Iron Age is roughly from around 500 BC to around the Common Era. Throughout that period, we actually find the bog bodies from Ireland in northwest and through the northwestern European lowlands. It's an area which has a lot of communication and where ideas, also religious ideas, travels easily.
It's men, it's women, and a few children. I think we have preserved around 350 from a very big area in northwestern Europe.
In many ways, the bog bodies are a mystery. Why do we have this tradition of sacrifice? They stand out markedly from the normal burial tradition because in this period everybody were burned. Here we have something which is almost the opposite. We can see that at the beginning of the Iron Age, changes happens in many aspects of people's life. They start to move together into village communities. And we can also see there's a change in religion. It is a period where we can see they have occasional challenges with both the climate, with different conflicts also. We see a varied range of different offerings. We have necklaces of metal being placed in the box. We have a horse being put down, a sword, the hair of a woman, and sometimes also...
His final meal included evidence of ergot fungus, a toxic rye mold. Was he drugged or poisoned before his throat was cut? The question remains, punishment for a crime or a blood sacrifice? These bodies are biological time capsules. DNA attempts are ongoing, and chemical analysis of their hair and skin tells us about their diet and health. For instance, the Grauballe Man's smooth hands suggest he wasn't a hard labor farmer, possibly a person of status. The bogs gave us a portrait of life, but the greatest mystery is still the moment of death. Tollund Man and Grauballe Man were victims of a ritual we may never fully understand. They are men with skin and facial features so clear that they feel terrifyingly close to us. They force us to confront the shared humanity of Iron Age Europe. A man who died 2,400 years ago, still holding the serene, unsettling expression of his final moment. The mystery of these ancient sacrifices evolves with every new scientific test. They remind us that sometimes the deepest history is only a foot of peat away. What do you think happened to Tollund Man and Grauballe Man? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe to Future Forward.
We're scanning at a 60 micron resolution, so that's thinner than a human hair. That's up to 1,000 times better than in a clinical scanner. Once we were finished, we had a lot of data that is now being analyzed.
You see the parts of the middle ear here. In a normal CT scan would be completely blurred.
So here we have the actual section of the head. We see that there's an almost completely intact eye here. We could see the eyes and the nerves going from the eyes into the brain. We could clearly see the teeth. That really amazed us right away.
Wow, what we saw was that his eyes are totally preserved, especially one eye is completely round. What are the chances of preserving a human eye in a bog 2,400 years? This is really amazing. We are very excited to learn what they have found.